Yeah, good morning. I'm about an hour, or about a mile in. Slept okay last night. Every time I turned over, I woke up, but still slept pretty good. Got a late start out of camp about 8 o'clock. That's a little bit late for me. I do need to go 7.5 miles today to the George, I always forget what it is, over something, Overbridger maybe. They've got some water there, so I got about 6.5 left on that to get there. I've got a little over a liter, maybe 2 liters of water, so I'm a little bit concerned, but I'll be fine. Do have a view here behind me. The trail has some rocks here, turns out. All right, so see you up the trail. Thank you, Keystone Trail Association, for all the work you do. You and all of the other groups that do the trail maintenance. We've got a fantastic gift here. I'm sure most of us appreciate it, but we never actually say thank you, so I'm saying thank you. So here we've got an interesting one. I saw this from a while back, and I saw the 3 white triangles. One of them seems to be painted out. So what does this mean? I think the brightest ones say, okay, we're going to turn to the left. The top one is offset to the left, so we'll follow that. And I only walk a few feet further and look. All of those branches laid in to cover and mask, hide the trail, give you the message that we don't want you to go that way. I suppose you could go that way, but I don't know what you'd find. So we're going to go this way. The last hour or so, it's been pretty nice. Been on a trail like this, the crushed gravel, the really flat stones, not real bad at all, heading south. Trees are gone here. I believe this is the place was poisoned with zinc and all kinds of bad mining things. That's Palmerton down there. At least I think that's what this is. It's beautiful. You don't get views like this on the AT very often. What I got to tell you about today. Woke up, 5 o'clock, hit snooze on the alarm. Woke up at 6 o'clock. Finally, I was out of the tent. Maybe a little bit before 7. A little slow to get started. Perfect bear hang worked great. I was a little low on water though, because I'd given away a good amount of it to the guy heading northbound last night. He was out, and I needed to share some, but it put me at some stress level. And that came to bite me later on. Coming down into Palmerton, I wasn't out of water, but I needed to nurse it. And just tiny sips once in a while. 80-something degrees, and it's not the green tunnel. You can see for miles and miles as you're walking. And the trail's been rerouted, so it's actually longer than what you might think it is. So that took up more water. There's 2 trails going down into Palmerton, or if you're going north coming out of Palmerton. One is the regular AT, which apparently has some semi-technical rock scrambling. Going down, I was advised, don't do it. And I'm not a purist, I don't care. There's also the winter trail, which goes, it adds about a mile. So that's the one I took when I finally found it. At this point, far out is wrong on where this trail is here. But by the time you see this, maybe it'll be corrected. So you have to decide what you're going to trust at the time. So I'm out of water, starting to feel some heat exhaustion. Couldn't decide if I should walk 1 mile into town, where for sure I could get air conditioning, cold drinks, that kind of thing, or go the other direction. Actually, the trail came to a T, and head up towards the George Overbridge shelter, outer bridge shelter. And you may think that I made the decision at that point to go into town because I'm sitting here at Bird's Hostel. Great place so far. Tracy that runs it, just wonderful, very accommodating, friendly. I would definitely recommend it. It's right behind Bird's Restaurant. It's a steakhouse, I think they call it. I've not tried that yet, it's closed, but yeah, I didn't decide to go into town. What I did do is I decided, with almost no water and with some heat exhaustion happening, to actually head towards the next shelter, because there is water there. And it was just a little over a mile. So a mile into town on an unprotected trail, just in the sun, or towards a shelter, only half of it exposed and the rest in the trees. I decided that was the best option for my safety and for progress, but I was mostly concerned about safety. I probably went 200-300 yards, found an unmarked or unmapped spring. So I'm okay, I can drink water from a spring. So I set up and filtered out several liters of water, treated it. I always filter my water and treat it with tablets, just because it's so easy to get bad water around the filter. It can run down the hose and drop into your bottle, whatever it is. I do the filtering, I do the tablets. It takes a little bit longer, but then I know I'm good. So I waited for that to process, for the tablets to work. And while I'm sitting there, I've had a couple bottles, and another hiker comes up. I look up and say hi, and he's stumbling. He says, "I need help." All right, so I jumped into help mode. My wilderness first aid certification has expired, but of course I had the training. And so I helped him. Clearly he had a heat exhaustion. I suspected potentially heat stroke. He had actually gone up the hill the hard way and got to the top, started feeling all the symptoms, nausea, all of that kind of stuff. And so he did need some help. He ended up calling a hostel, and she came out from Bert's here, gave us a ride in, and so without going into his medical care, that's why I'm here. It just went to Chinese now with, let's see, Braveheart, Scott, and now I don't remember the third guy's name. Went to Chinese food, shrimp egg foo young, just down the street from Bert's. It was great. Didn't cost much, had a Diet Coke as well. So that's the big events for today. So the roses for today is that I didn't have a serious problem with heat stroke or heat exhaustion, either one, and not a serious one, that I was able to help the other hiker. And I got to meet these other new people, and this is really cool. I'll get to sleep in a bed tonight. I took a shower. You can't have many more roses than that. Buds, getting back on the trail tomorrow. I am on target still to be to Pine Grove Furnace on the 2nd of July or earlier. And that's the only goal that I have here. I need to make that date to meet up with my friends to hike from there down to Harpers Ferry. The so roses, buds, and thorns. I don't think I have any other buds than that. Just getting back on the trail and making some progress. Things are going good. I'm feeling good. Thorn, of course, the heat. The fact that a couple of us did have some trouble isn't good. You always want people to be healthy and safe and having a good time.